The fact is, in the text, they are lepers. Yes, lepers were people who had a skin disease. I'm coming back to that. Whenever you had leprosy, you had to live in a colony outside the city. And everywhere you went, you had to yell, unclean, unclean. Don't miss this. The one who had the leprosy had to yell unclean to let everybody know that they knew there was something wrong with themselves. Y'all missed it. So that if I yell unclean, I'm coming into agreement with your assessment of my value. God help me. If I yell unclean, I'm telling you that what you say about me is right and I agree with it. And one of the problems with a whole lot of folk today is that you come into agreement with too many other people's assessment of who you are, so that what you're speaking on yourself is not what God said about you, but you're speaking what folks say about you. Yes, they had to yell unclean, unclean, unclean. They were put out. Watch this. They were put out of the city. God help me. And the city government, God help me, created a colony for them to live on because there was something different about their skin. Oh God, let me say it one more time. Yes, the city government, yes, created, yes, a ghetto, a colony outside the city because they had a skin problem. Oh, don't sit here and act bougie like you don't know what it is to have problems because you got a skin problem. Don't sit here and act like you don't know the struggle you have to go through sometime because there's something different about your skin. Last hired, first fired. Yes. Don't sit here and act like they try to put you out of the city because of something about your skin. But if it's a skin problem, that means it's something they can't hide. It's one thing if I can mask my misery. It's one thing if I can put enough makeup on, buy enough suits, and shout loud enough that nobody knows what I'm going through. Yes. It's one thing if I can fake it so well that nobody can guess that I'm struggling. But what do you do when the struggle you're in is open for public display? God help me. Yes. What do you do? Yes, when nobody knows your name, but everybody knows your condition. Yes, because if you notice in the text, we're never told their name, but we're told their condition, as if what they have is more valuable than who they are. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but I might be talking to somebody in the mountain this morning. Folk don't know your name, but they know your condition. They don't know your name is Susan, but they know you can't keep a job. They don't know your name is Jim, but they know you've been married 3 times. They don't know your name is Sharon, but they know you had a child out of wedlock. They don't know your name is Bob, but they know you're 50 still living in your mama's house. What do you do when your problem is open for public display? They have all these facts stacked against them. I'm going to preach it. But yet, in spite of the facts, they said, if we stay here, ain't nothing here for us. Yes, there's something in the city that can bless our life. So if we gonna die, I'd rather die trying to go higher, yes, than die living beneath my potential. And that's my word for somebody today. You got to reach a point of boldness where you say, I'm too anointed to stay where I am. I'm too blessed to live, but I'm not dummying down. And even if it kills me, I'm going to get my blessing. Would you high five 3 people and tell them, even if it kills me, I'm going to get what God has for me? You want to give the devil a breakdown? Be down talking about I'm going to get up. Because the last time somebody got up on him, yes, he suffered the greatest. Oh God, is there anybody want to give the devil a flashback? Is there anybody want to give him a nervous breakdown? Then I dare you to get up. The first thing the text is tailored to teach us, watch. And if you're going to have the boldness to move beyond mediocrity, watch this. Everybody you count, you can't count on. My late homiletics professor, Dr. Miles Jerome Jones, said that some of the best preaching is not what's on the line, it's what's between the line. So let me see if I can break this one down for us. One of the ways that the enemy keeps us in bondage is through relationships. Yes. He uses, watch this, folk in your life who are on assignment to keep you from moving forward. There's some people that are in your life that are so needy that they need you to need them in order for them to feel needed. Yes. Your neediness is the breathing apparatus of their life. That's why whenever you start talking about moving forward, they speak negatives against you because you're about to pull the plug on the only significance they have. Yeah. Now I know somebody saying, "Oh, that's good theology and that's good substance." Where is that in the text? Let me show it to you. I already told you that if you were a leper, you lived on a leper colony. History would let us know that on leper colonies, thousands lived together. Hundreds to thousands live together on a colony. There's never a waste for words in the Bible. The text doesn't say now there were some lepers. It says four. Hundreds to thousands lived together who had the same issue. But all of them aren't together talking about moving. Y'all gonna get it in a minute. Yes. Hundreds to thousands had the same problem, but only four were talking about getting out. Y'all gonna get it in a minute. Yeah. There were thousands who had the same issue they had. But everybody that had the condition didn't have the consciousness. God help me. Everybody in the mess didn't have the right mentality. Yes, because everybody you count, God help me, you can't count on. God help me. Just because they look like they got it together doesn't necessarily mean they got it together. Just because they look like they can help you doesn't necessarily mean they can help you, because everybody that's qualified is not always authorized. Thousands live together, only four in the text. Yes, just because they have the same condition. See, you don't need to just hang around folk just because they look like they got the right look. You need to ask God to give you a spirit of discernment to introduce into your life people with the right mentality, people with the right disposition, people with the right. I don't need anybody in my life telling me what I can't do and where I can't go and what I can't become. That's why if you're a pastor in here, baby, just because they show up to your church with a big Bible in their hand does not mean they have the right mentality. You need folk with your spirit, with your heart, with your mindset, with your vision, with your consciousness, because everybody you count, you can't count on. Everybody your color ain't your kind, and everybody your kind ain't your color. And right now you need to be asking God, God, introduce into my life some people, watch this, who are going through what I'm going through. Watch this. See, because normally we think that if I'm in something, the only people that can help me are folk that are already delivered. So, we pray, God, introduce me to somebody who's already been through what I'm in, or who's not going through and can help me. Watch this. And I'm not saying that's not true. That is true. But this text suggests that every now and then you need somebody in your life who's in the same predicament that can be an encourager while you're in it to help you get out. Watch. All four who are discussing getting out are lepers. I'm going to make up a word. There's no leperless folk in the foursome. Okay, let me put it where we can get it. There are no non-alcoholics in Alcoholics Anonymous. Everybody that's in there have the same problem. Yes. They just have the right spirit about. See, every now and then, I don't need some of these bougie church folk who never been through it. I don't never do this. I don't do this. I don't do that. I've never been through anything. I've never done anything wrong. Sit down. Sometimes I need somebody honest enough to say, I'm struggling just like you. I'm going through the divorce. I'm about to get fired. I've been strung out. My husband had lost his mind. Sometimes I need somebody who can be real with me so we can lock hands together, lay hands on each other, call those things that are not as though they already are, and walk